I knew you wouldn't do it, Leafy. Fucking YouTube got to you first, buddy, and that's freaking hilarious. Actually, I don't really think that that's really that funny. I don't think that YouTube should be fucking, just snipping people's dicks off like that, and I think that's fucked up. But I'm here to talk about that whole Leafy goddamn situation that just happened. My name's Dan Frampton. Back here we got Munchie the straight edge Nutcracker. And if you've been off the internet for the last couple days, or for some reason you've been really busy and you're like, hey, I just have other things to do, and you haven't heard that fucking Leafy's been banned yet, well, Leafy's channel was terminated, it was deleted, it was snipped, it was gone, it was thrown out the window by YouTube. They were like, you're a fucking bully. Hey buddy, I don't like you, all that harassment's gotta go. But they didn't give him like any warnings or anything like that. They didn't strike his channel down or anything like that. Not one, not two, not three strikes, none of them, no. He just went to bed one night, woke up and his channel was gone. Leafy's channel was gone. Well, let's go back. What happened was Ethan on H3 podcast was like, I wonder if Leafy could survive in today's landscape. And then that clip went famous. Yeah, that clip got so fucking famous, it led to the biggest YouTube return of the year. When everyone was thinking grade A under A was gonna be the return of the year. No, it was Leafy. Leafy started with some sparse uploads, then they came more regular. It was really transparent that he was just having a lot of fun this time, having fun on YouTube. He was just having fun on YouTube, talking about stocks, talking about bonds, and talking about trading in Australia, talking about his favorite video games. Yeah, that was Leafy. And then he targeted Gabby Hanna there for a little bit until targeting Pokimane just became more fun. Targeting Pokimane just looked like a lot more fun, so we milked it for like 10 videos. But really only the first two were about Pokimane and everything else was just rambling nonsense. Rambling nonsense, not about Pokimane, but the thumbnails, and the titles were all targeted towards Pokimane. And YouTube has a new harassment policy where this is just like a textbook example of what they don't want on the platform. They've actually been pretty clear about that sort of thing, no targeted campaigns, and this was quite literally a targeted campaign. Why is anyone surprised? Why is anyone surprised that this happened? Now all sorts of content creators have different reactions. Some of them are celebrating. I think that's fucked up and super dumb now. You shouldn't be celebrating, you could be next. But then their argument is like, well, I'm not campaigning, I am not harassing. But that isn't the issue. YouTube can just decide what is harassment. They can just decide what is a campaign on their own and not even tell you. They won't even tell you. It sounds a lot like what Dr. Disrespect went through on Twitch, but nothing he ever did really seemed like it warranted a ban. So this Leafy thing is pretty fucked up. And maybe that would be a funny turn of events if then he were to turn to Twitch. It would be like a trade-off. We got Doc, they get Leafy. Yeah, it seems like a fair trade to me. I'll take Doc over Leafy any day. I'll take Dr. Disrespect's content over the shit that Leafy puts out any day. And now people are talking about apathy. They're talking about censorship. They're talking about free speech, but it isn't about that. No, it's not about it. No, it's not about any of that. No, it's about YouTube, man. It's about YouTube having the fucking right to just be like, okay, now this is harassment now. Okay, here's the line in 2020, and then in fucking 2021, we're just gonna scooch that line a little bit, and you're not gonna know, because we already gave you the fucking outline that we don't want targeted campaigns. So whatever is a targeted campaign is gonna be left up to me, Lord YouTube. Lord YouTube, you gotta do better than this. You gotta do better than deleting channels without warning, or at least without explanation. I think a public statement would be pretty nice. Okay, bros, I gotta put the guitar down for a little bit because I gotta say some things about this situation that isn't just like growled over guitar. And you gotta know where I stand on this thing. You gotta know where the line in the sand is drawn here on the Dean Project channel for realsies. And for realsy really poos, it is drawn like this. I obviously hate a lot of what Leafy does, okay? I hate it when he drops the N-bomb on Twitter and gets away with it. I hate the fact that he just puts like video gameplay over fucking just like calling someone ugly for 10 minutes and gets away with it. And not only gets away with it, fucking just like gross. He was like trending for a long time too, which is another reason why this is kind of a mind fuck, because like the content that he was making was clear to YouTube because it was trending. Then it was taken off trending. Then Leafy went and was like, hey, put it back on trending. Then they actually did that. They put it back on trending. And then they just deleted his channel. So what is it, YouTube? Is his content good? Is it good enough to be on the trending tab? Or is it so evil that it needs to be fucking wiped from the fucking planet? I don't know about any of that. So even now, when the Dean Project comes onto the channel, I'm afraid to fucking swear. I'm afraid to say what's on my mind, what's in my heart, because, hey, I'm not even a channel yet, and I'm not gonna get that little push if YouTube fucking sees me as a harassment channel for whatever reason. And that's fucked up. I clearly don't harass anybody, but what Leafy did was quite clearly the textbook example of what like a targeted harassment looks like in today's day and age. You know, it was pretty well outlined what that looked like. But the shitty part about it is YouTube didn't come out and say themselves, hey, this and this and this was why it was fucking harassment. And you got all these strikes. You got fucking 20 strikes all at once because this violated this violated that, whatever. And then if you came out with an actual like press release that would warn all the other creators that those specific things are super super taboo, and they'll know to stay away from those specific kinds of actions and behaviors or whatever. So it is like a very kind of muddled world. It is a whole fucking weird mess here on YouTube that even the biggest creators have to deal with all this shit as well. Well, the biggest creators have to deal with it because they're the ones that get the views, they're the ones that drive the money, they're the ones that drive the revenue right into YouTube's pocket, so they gotta be more careful, yeah. And hey, that makes a lot of sense, I guess. But there are a lot of advertisers out there that would advertise on edgy content. And maybe they don't have the highest rates or whatever, but you can put those ads on those videos so you don't have to outright demonetize them. So you don't have to outright ban them. You can combine the people and the brands that want to work together that aren't embarrassed by each other's behavior. You just gotta do a little bit more market research, and then everyone can make money. And then if everyone's making money, then everyone's making money. Then there's more money, then the economy will grow. And that sounds great. But if you're deleting people that get lots of views, and if you're deleting people that get lots of attention, then you're taking away your own money. And I guess you're making this about morality or whatever, but really, you haven't made it about anything. Come on, YouTube, I want to hear from you. I want to know what this was all about. Leafy is a spectacle. Yeah, I know that. Yeah, he's very controversial. He's a provocateur. But those kinds of people can exist. Whether you like them, whether you hate them, whether you're entertained by them, or whether you want them to burn. These were my final thoughts. Okay, so I watched all the different creators' videos about this thing, obviously. I wanted to see where the lines were drawn and all the different kinds of sands out there. And then I just hit record on my video, even though my fucking opinion was formed right away. It just like... it's so weird to see how everybody reacts to a certain thing. It's drawing people out of the different kinds of content that they moved out of. Like Leon Lush, man, he moved away from the content that was like around the community. He stopped commenting on the commentary community and he started focusing on, you know, like the learning channel and fucking just like people having sex with airplanes and that sort of thing. And that's cool, but it even draws those kinds of people back to this thing because Leafy is the actual godfather. He is the creator. He is like the originator of this like commentary fucking style that everybody is doing now to some degree. And I don't know if I got all the points. I don't know if I articulated myself in the best way possible. And I don't really care about any of that shit. I just needed to come on and fucking do my Leafy video. I hope you enjoyed it. You made it all the way to the end, so that's sick. If you haven't left a like on it already, go ahead and do that, buddy. That would be really fucking dope. You just gotta scroll down a little bit, find the thumb, whatever, boom, boom, boom. And then you fucking subscribe. And then you just move on to more Dean Project content. You've graduated. Okay, that's the end of the video for today. Bye.